Hey guys, what's up? This is Kelvin. Um, Today's video is very important, and I believe God has been telling me to do this for a long time. For well, as long as I can remember. There was a time when I had listened. I basically listened to Lecrae and all these worldly, or not worldly, but Christian hip hop art or Christian rap artists. I call it Christian rap because hip hop is a religion, and that's what I believe it's a religion. Unfortunately, I supported hip hop, which I didn't realize. I had a little bit of a knowledge of it being a religion because of certain ministry videos, but that's not what today's about. Today is about the words that we say. Yeah, we all will be held accountable for words that we say. Today, mainly, I want to put an encouragement and a warning out to all the gospel artists in the industry. Because a lot of you guys are putting heavy oath-taking words in your music. That's what you're doing. You're putting heavy oath-taking stuff that the world does. The world talks about, I'm going to put them all in quotes because, I'm going to start quotes, and there are going to be certain ones that y'all probably already know. For instance, talk about what's the one I've heard today? It was put my hand on a Bible or something like that. And it's probably like put my hand on a Bible or something like that. It was a song I was listening to, and it just really, I was just like, wait a minute, it's like, why are they doing this, man? Like, that stuff should not be in Christian music. If it's Christian, it's supposed to be Christian, you're supposed to be honoring God. That's not honoring God. Jesus said this to the Pharisees, and actually the Pharisees are those that are within the industry, just so you know, because that's another thing that I've seen. They try to flip it around, make it look like the people of God are Pharisees, when the Pharisees are them. They're the ones, they're the ones, try to act holier than thou, and just stuff like that. And come on, we all are supposed to be in this together, but Jesus gives the woes to the Pharisees. Says this, another oath-taking sentence I've heard was, it was in Lecrae's I love you to his wife. He said, and they usually say this, I put that on my mama. Like, come on, if you love your wife, you shouldn't have to put anything on her. Anyway, but the reason I am doing this video is because, a lot of kids look up to these artists, gospel artists, and it's like you're bringing them back to what they got out of in the first place. It's ridiculous. But let's see. Here we go. It says, here are some of the woes. It says, everything they do is done for show. They act holy by wearing on their arms little prayer boxes with scripture verses. Inside, and lengthening the memorial fringes of their robes, and how they love to sit at the head table at banquets and in the reserved pews in the synagogues, how they enjoy the deference paid them on the streets, and to be called rabbi and master. Don't ever let anyone call you that, for God is your rabbi, and all of you are on the same level as brothers. And don't address anyone here on earth as Father, for only God in heaven should be addressed like that. And don't be called Master, for you only have one Master. For only one is your Master, even the Messiah. The more lowly your service to others, the greater you are. To be the greatest is to be a servant. But those who think of themselves great shall be disappointed and humble, and those who humble themselves shall be exalted. Woe to you, Pharisees, and you other religious leaders, hypocrites, for you won't let others enter the kingdom of heaven, and you won't go in yourselves. And you pretend to be holy with your long public prayers in the streets, while you're enticing or evicting widows from their homes. Hypocrites, yes, woe unto you. Woe upon you, hypocrites, for you go to all lengths to make one convert and then turn him into twice the son of hell you are yourselves. Blind guides, woe upon you, for your rule is that to swear by God's temple. Is to swear by God's temple means nothing. You can break that oath, but to swear by the gold in the temple, which is binding. Blind fools, which is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctifies the gold? And you say that to take an oath by the altar can be broken, but to swear by the gifts on the altar is binding. Blind, for which is greater, the gift on the altar or the altar itself that sanctifies the gift? When you swear by the altar, you are swearing by it and everything on it. And when you swear by the temple, you are swearing by it and by God who lives in it. And when you swear by heavens, you are swearing by the throne of God and by God Himself. Yes, woe upon you, Pharisees and other religious leaders, hypocrites. But yeah, y'all gotta be so careful what you say, because God will hold you to your oath. And but yeah, God's gonna hold us to our oaths, man. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to be holier than thou. I'll tell you, I don't even know if I've ever said anything like that up until a certain time I started listening to praise music, or I caught myself doing it. But like I said, a lot of y'all artists have to be careful, because and it's not necessarily like saying that, but it just even saying you put something on your mama, you put stuff on your, take it to your, stuff like that. You don't need to do that. Jesus says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Anything else is from the evil one. So y'all have to stop putting that stuff in your music, because you're going to have kids doing that. And then Jesus says, anyone who causes these to stumble, you know the rest of that. But even in the littlest ways, they can still stumble. Yeah, another thing with children. Um, I heard this in Tiario's video, but um, you know, there's this thing where I think I hear it all the time where you say children go to heaven. That's really wrong, because I mean, suppose your children, you know, not nowadays. I've seen kids that act out in rebellion, and they talk like it's like they're grown up, man. Like the grown ups can't tell them nothing, you know. It's crazy. And it's like it seems like it's like they're a mini grown up. You know what I mean? So it's like if they're a mini grown up and they're doing certain things, and you know somebody tells them about the Lord, and you know these kids start acting all devilish and stuff. I don't think they're going to heaven. Like, if they reject Jesus and all that, those kids will be ending up in hell. I mean, I wish all children could go to heaven, but you know, yeah, if they are like to where they're old enough, or if they're like to where their mind is already knowing stuff, and then it's like they just, I pray for their kids' souls. But yeah, we have to a lot of stuff, especially, and I've put that on Facebook about Miley Cyrus and her stuff, but I'm not gonna go any further with that because I'm just not gonna go any further with that. You can see Storm Zara or Tom, I guess they did something on that. So, but I mean, I just believe it's sick and it's sad that Disney is doing all this satanic nonsense. It's sad. I pray for everybody in Disney, man. If you're in there, get out. Please get out. Get out. Because if you don't, and you don't turn to Jesus, it's going to be a sad, sad day. Oh yeah, just we have to stop putting all these oath-taking words in songs. I actually don't do that at all. So, but yeah, we have to. It says we'll be recompensed by our deeds. We'll be given account for every idle word that we have spoken. This is how serious this stuff is. You know, it's going to be very, very serious. So, here's my shut this video down because we don't know what else to say. But you know, just subscribe and click. Share it with your friends. So, you know, if y'all got gospel artists that are friends too, share it with them because they're gonna need it as well. Love you guys. Take care.